Meanwhile, Donald Trump says that he isn't interested in pursuing charges against Hillary Clinton, but the Judicial Watch still wants to see Hillary in the hot seat. Former prosecutor and Berger Singerman partner Katie Fang is here with us. Katie, you know, I spoke with Tom Fitton Wednesday. I think it was Wednesday. Extraordinarily upset. A lot of voters are extraordinarily upset over the prospect of Hillary getting away with this.
So one of the major issues when they were conducting those exit polls of the voters and those that voted for Donald Trump was this issue involving Hillary Clinton. Would Donald Trump see it through? We've heard him say, and I've called it the kinder, gentler Donald Trump, that he's not really going to make it a priority in his new administration, but never underestimate the power of the pen. And what do I mean by that? Well, Charles, I mean subpoenas. I'm talking discovery tools in the midst of litigation. Judicial Watch has aggressively pursued the Obama administration looking for transparency, and it's what the American public not only deserves, but what it demands. And I hope that they get it by way of Tom Fitton and Judicial Watch. Well,
some people also saying maybe it's just a matter of semantics, and Trump is saying he himself won't pursue that, but his administration, the FBI, and other law enforcement resources would continue whatever their role is and function is without interruption. Could that be an interpretation as well?
You know what, I think it's imputing maybe a little too much credit to Donald Trump in that regard. The law enforcement agencies in the federal government operate separate and apart from the executive branch, or at least we think they should. We haven't necessarily seen that happen with Obama and the Department of Justice. But, you know, these private lawsuits, these lawsuits that are brought by organizations like Judicial Watch, they're incredibly powerful. They're forcing accountability on presidential administrations like Obama. I mean, he has to turn over these documents pursuant to a court order, and in failing to do so, there are ramifications. So, again, I wouldn't underestimate the ability of an organization like Judicial Watch to get some answers that maybe Donald Trump may not pursue.
Could they then go, could they be so effective that then, if maybe this was not the intent of a President Trump who is looking now, according to his Thanksgiving message and everything else we've heard, some period of healing, if you will, could they actually force his hand as well?
Of course. I mean, if the information that's provided through the course of this litigation reveals that there was gross conflicts of interest, I mean, we know that Bill Clinton earned $48 million when his wife Hillary Clinton was Secretary of State, and we learned that countries like Saudi Arabia gave $15 million to the Clinton Foundation when Hillary Clinton was Secretary of State. Things like this, the more that's revealed, it may force Donald Trump to actually take more of a hardline position, which may assuage some of the voters who are frankly angered by the fact that he's now taken this more conciliatory tone involving Hillary Clinton.
I want to shift gears a little bit. Former Green Party presidential candidate Jill Stein. This is astonishing, but apparently she's raised almost $5 million, $4.7 million bucks to fund recounts, Michigan, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin. I mean, have we seen this before? What's the legal precedent for this?
So it's pretty incredible, Charles. Jill Stein only raised in the 2016 election cycle less than $4 million, and yet right now she's at $4.7 million for a recount, which really wouldn't affect her. And what's amazing is the voting rights attorney, John Boniface, and the University of Michigan professor, Jason Alderman, I believe is his name, or Halderman, excuse me, they're calling for this recount. Listen, they pitched this idea to Hillary Clinton earlier this week. Clinton didn't respond, and then they pitched it to Stein. Let me ask you a question, Charles. Is Boniface going to offer a Black Friday sale on the attorney's fees in this case? $2 to $3 million, according to Jill Stein's website. And for what? Wisconsin and Pennsylvania, 30 electoral college votes, and yet there's no evidence, proof, just an insinuation that there was some type of hacking done.
A lot of people,
but it's crazy to spend that kind of money.
A lot of people think really the real deal is that this is either George Soros and or Hillary Clinton using Jill Stein as a front. Thank you very much, Katie. Powerful as usual.
Not a problem.
All right.